All right, welcome to another market update. Today is October 5th, 2017. It's a Thursday. So tomorrow is the end of the week, the last trading day of this week. Thought I just do a little bit of a quick recap and take a look at some of the names that I kind of threw out today on Twitter, and just give you a little heads up so you might be able to catch a glimpse at it and keep an eye on it to see does it fit your plan. So before we take a look at those names, let's take a look at the S&P 500. You can see S&P 500 closed at another all-time high today. And here's my major move target here using the Fibonacci retracement. And essentially, I'm looking at this 100% extension of this swing here. So we're basically looking at the 2564.39. That's on the cash index, the S&P 500. And we also take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial. Remember I said that if we see the transportation close at a new all-time high last week, we're basically looking at the Dow Jones to come up, the industrial to come up and make an all-time high as well. And as you can see, that it did not fail us. And right now, it closed above this 100% extension here to above the 22,757.90. So your guess is as good as mine on where it might go. But right now, we're basically still seeing the market internal pointing that it's going to go higher. The market is going to go higher. So that doesn't mean that it's just going to continue straight up. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a pullback, but definitely it's not a top yet. So we'll just keep an eye on it. And the Dow Jones Transportation, after a tremendous run, is kind of pulled back a little bit. And you can see that it's also tagged the 127 extension at 9,968 and change. So it kind of pulled back, and that should not be surprising. So we're going to see if it pulled back, would it be able to hold above this 97.63 area and then push it to maybe to the 141 and the 1618. Okay, so these are the potential levels to keep an eye on the upside, and on the downside is basically this pivot high here for now. And the NASDAQ 100, remember yesterday I was saying that I'm still looking for a NASDAQ 100 to close at a new all-time high. And as soon as the FANG stocks start to move, that will probably give it a lift and push us up. So today we got a little reaction from the FANG stock, like Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Netflix, and Google. So definitely that helped pushes it up, on making a new all-time closing high today. As you can see, that some of the level, again, we're basically looking at the extension using the Fibonacci retracement, because when it's at an all-time high, one cannot make a statement that's a overhead supply. There is no overhead supply because it's never been there. Okay, so there cannot be resistance up there. There's only could be potential target. Okay, maybe once we hit those potential target, people decide to take some profit. Okay, but certainly it's not someone that's just waiting to sell or something with abundance of inventory there, right? That they might get trapped or whatever. Okay, so right now I'm basically still looking for these level as a potential target. Essentially I'm just using the Fibonacci retracement. So anything that you would feel comfortable with using, that is just as good as what I'm using here, because it's basically it's all a guessing game right now. Right, so, and here's the Russell 2000. Again, I'm not sure did it close at a new all-time high. Let's see what the close is on that. Day is 1512. That's what it closed, and today it closed a dime above that, so it did close with a new all-time high. So the only guy that did not close at a new all-time high today is the transportation. So like I said on that tweet that I put out, that just because we did not get a confirmation from the Dow theory today on the Dow Jones Industrial, that doesn't mean that that's the top or the high for the Dow Jones Industrial, because it got other dancing partners to go to the party, such as the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, Russell 2000, and the New York Stock Exchange Composite. So definitely, in addition to accompanied by these indexes, also the internal is still relatively strong. and there's no weakness there yet. Okay, so let's take a look at the names that I put out. One of them is QCOM. I put out QCOM here for potential swing long. These are all swing long, potential swing long possibility. All right, so essentially I'm looking at this, these trend line here. All right, so it kind of broke through this trend line and also trying to make breaking out of this pivot high here, and you can see that it's kind of hovering around this supporting trend line here. So you might want to look for trade location here and take a swing long if it's appropriate. And then we also got Salesforce.com CRM. So again, we're basically looking at this broke out of this pivot and went up and came back down and retest that. Okay, so right now it's also breaking out of this pullback trend, downtrend here. So again, look for trade location, but don't chase it. Don't chase it up. So there are a lot of ample opportunity here. So you don't have to go chase after this guy. But if you're holding this for long, so at least you feel a little bit comfort that you're on the right side of the trade. Okay, and what was the other one? Workday. Okay, so again, you see this basically been hovering around this trend line here, and kind of broke down and bounced right back. So right now it seems like it's making another move. So basically see could it get back up above the previous high here. See this pivot high here. So again, you look for trade location to see, to catch some of the little bit of a short-term long here, swing long up to possibly the previous high. Then the other one is ATHM. Right? Okay, I don't trade some of these stocks, but I do have it on my watch list when I scan them. So again, you see that this guy basically came down to this supporting trend line, and right now it's trying to break back above this pivot low here. So you might want to see could you catch something and play it back up here to the high. Okay, and then the other one is Chipotle, right? Okay, and I see this nice space here. Again, beware of the earning report date coming up for a lot of these stocks. Right, so essentially, basically got a nice space here. So maybe you catch it coming back up and possibly get back up to this region here. Okay, then the other one is Priceline. Okay, and this one here is on the trend line. Also, is breaking this pivot here. So might see could it get up and fill this gap here. Okay, the other one is. It's a pharmaceutical. I don't even know the name. So anyway, basically, it's this base here, right? This big trading band here, right? It's kind of holding above this baseline here, this support line. So maybe could catch it coming back up here, and possibly maybe get back up to the upper band on this trading channel. Okay, trading band. Then, of course, I also, after the close, looking at Facebook, it came up on my list on the scan here, on one of my scans. So I'm still looking at Facebook for a new all-time high. Right, it is kind of working itself back up. So if it get about this 170, 177, then we essentially will be looking at the possibility of making an all-time high, because gonna behoove me to see that the Nasdaq 100 made an all-time high without Facebook participating with a new all-time high. Right? Same with Apple. So kind of keep that in mind a little bit. Right? And here's McDonald's, okay, one of the Dow stock that might also be making a move to retest its all-time high or its previous high here. Okay, so you can see that it came down and kind of bounced off the supporting trend line here, and breaking this little pullback trend. So you might want to take a look at that for a little bit of a maybe a value or safety play. Okay, so that's basically it for today. Hopefully you had a good day, and we'll be chatting to Twitter tomorrow. Okay, have a good evening.